du Canada, le très honorable Stephen Harper et son Altesse l'Aga Khan.
Your Highness, on behalf of the government and the people of Canada, and especially Torontonians, I want to thank you and the Aga Khan Development Network for choosing this great city as the site for this museum. Like the beautiful delegation of the Ismaili Imamate you built in Ottawa, the museum and the gorgeous formal gardens and Ismaili Centre that are to accompany it promise to be another stunning addition to Canada's growing array of architectural treasures. Even more exciting are the proposed contents of the museum, a rich repository of the arts and artifacts tracing the evolution of Muslim culture through the ages. It will be a grand destination, a magnet for visitors from across Canada and around the world. It will introduce people of all faiths and cultural backgrounds to the compelling history of Islam, one of the world's great religions, and the inspiration for so many major advances in art, science, music, and philosophy. In this, it will serve your lifelong mission, Your Highness, to promote pluralism, peace, and tolerance through the expansion of knowledge and understanding. The importance of this work in a world torn by sectarian strife that subjects millions of innocent people to violence, oppression, and poverty, well, frankly, that importance cannot be overstated. The museum will also complement the activities of the Global Centre for Pluralism in Ottawa, a partnership of the Aga Khan Development Network and the Government of Canada, which is dedicated to the promotion of ethnic, cultural, and religious interchange, education, and harmony. And the Ismaili Centre here, which I know so many of you in the audience today have contributed to, is a symbol of how the Canadian Ismaili community has so successfully joined our society, a mark of Canadian pluralism at its best. Your Highness, there are no superlatives to adequately describe the admiration Canadians have for your work, that you and your organization do for us all in the service of pluralism, peace, and development around the world. You truly inspire our own hopes for a better world. We Canadians are rightly proud of the fact that we have built one of the most ethnically, culturally diverse, and harmonious societies on earth. This achievement is rooted in our most fundamental values: freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. But it's also rooted in our unique history and the historic compromises our forebears made to acknowledge and accommodate their diversity. As you yourself have said, Your Highness, and I quote, "We cannot make the world safe for democracy unless we also make the world safe for diversity." If I may say so, sir, you sound like a Canadian. Now, I mention this because, in fact, you are. On June 19th, 2009, our House of Commons voted unanimously to bestow honorary Canadian citizenship on His Highness, the Aga Khan. It is therefore my great honor and pleasure, on behalf of the government and people of Canada, to formally present you today with that honorary Canadian citizenship. Bienvenue chez nous et chez vous, Votre Altesse. Welcome to our home and native land, Your Highness. It is now and forever your home as well.
Let me begin by expressing my profound appreciation for the great honor which this country has paid to me today by extending this generous gift of honorary Canadian citizenship. I have been deeply moved by your gracious gesture, which I also regard as a tribute to the institution of the Ismaili Imamate, which I represent. It is a significant recognition of the values which our community of faith shares with the people of Canada. Mr. Prime Minister, I have always felt very much at home in Canada, but never more than at this moment. Our original plans were to build here a new Ismaili Jamaat Khana, a space of prayer, contemplation, and community interaction. But as time went along and added space became available, the concept grew. It now includes 3 elements: a new Ismaili Centre, the 6th such representational building in the world, a new Aga Khan Museum, and a beautiful, welcoming park, which will link these 2 new buildings. Together, these 3 projects will symbolize the harmonious integration of the spiritual, the artistic, and the natural worlds, in keeping with the holistic ideal, which is an intimate part of Islamic tradition. At the same time, they will also express a profound commitment to intercultural engagement and international cooperation. As our plans began to take shape, we came to realize that the museum's focus on the arts of Islam will make it a unique institution in North America, contributing to a better understanding of Islamic civilizations, and especially of the plurality within Islam, and of Islam's relationship to other traditions. It will be a place for sharing a story through art and artifacts of highly diverse achievements going back over 1400 years. It will honor the central place within Islam of the search for knowledge and beauty, and it will illuminate the inspiration which Muslim artists have drawn from faith and from a diverse array of epics, from human stories of separation and loss, of love and joy, themes which we know reverberate eloquently across the diverse cultures of humanity. In a world in which some speak of a growing clash of civilizations, we believe the museum will help address what is not so much a clash of civilizations as it is a clash of ignorances. The new museum will have a strong educational vocation. It will be a place for active inquiry, for discussion and research, for lectures and seminars, and for an array of collaborative programs with educational institutions and with other museums. The new Toronto Museum will take as its theme the concept of light, suffusing the building from a central courtyard through patterned glass screens. From the outside, it will glow by day and by night, lit by the sun and the moon. This use of light speaks to us of the divine light of the Creator, reflected in the glow of individual human inspiration and vibrant, transparent community. As the poet Rumi has written, the light that lights the eye is also the light of the heart. But the light that lights the heart is the light of God. Like the museum, the Ismaili Centre will also be part of a supportive global network, a group of centres that now includes Vancouver, London, Lisbon, Dubai, and Dushanbe, and with new centres planned in Houston, Los Angeles, and Paris. The focal point of the Toronto Centre will be a circular prayer hall dedicated to spiritual reflection, while other spaces will provide for deeper engagement with the broader community among whom Ismailis live. The building will feature a crystalline, frosted glass dome standing like a great beacon on the top of the building that is itself at the highest point of the site and illuminating the prayer hall and its Qibla wall. What about the park? The park will combine quiet spaces with lively ones, open areas with more defined shapes, formality and informality, the traditional with the contemporary. It will be part of a series of parks developed to the Aga Khan Trust for Culture, ranging from the Azhar Park in Cairo to the Korog Park in Tajikistan, from the restoration of Babur's gardens in Kabul and the gardens of Humayun's tomb in Delhi, to the Forodani Park in Zanzibar, and new parks now under development in Bamako, Nairobi, Vancouver, and Edmonton. All in all, the Winfern Drive complex will represent a rich tapestry woven from widely varied strands. And the fact that we have come so far in pursuit of this dream owes everything to those who have believed in it so deeply. Finally, my thanks again go to all of you for joining in this event. I hope you will feel, as I do, that you have been part of a distinctive observance, celebrating an effort which is impressive in scale, in aesthetic ambition, and in its cultural inspiration, contributing in the best way possible to Canada's pluralism. As we look ahead, we can anticipate with some confidence that the Winford Drive project will be a beautiful part of the future, a proud gift from our generation to future generations, even as it celebrates so fittingly what past generations have given to us. Thank you very much.